As soon as Lil Baby called Gunna a rat, that's the day his career died. Whether you like Gunna or not, whether you think he's a rat, a little snitch, personally, I don't care. I've spoken about what I think about snitching in my Tory Lanez video, which I'll put on the screen. I always advise to snitch. I really don't care. I love snitching. I love being a good snitch. I think not snitching, the whole no snitching thing, is one of the dumbest things. Why not snitch, right? And have your loyalty to these guys who would not do the same for you anyways, at least. And why miss out on your life with your children, your family, or whoever, just so you can keep your alliance and your loyalty with some gang members who honestly probably don't care, who'll probably do the same thing if they have the same opportunity to. That's just my thing. I really don't care about snitching. I advise it. I think not snitching and, putting your life in jail, being in jail for however many years, just so you can say that you're not a snitch, is one of the stupidest things you can do. The day that Lil Baby called Gunna a rat, okay, is the day that his career died. Because one of the dumbest things that Lil Baby could have done was call Gunna a rat. The guy who was helping you write your raps, the guy who was paying you, Young Thug and Gunna were paying him to do music because they said, we want you to succeed so bad that we will pay you to literally do music. Because there was a time where Lil Baby started doing music. He's spoken about it a lot of times in interviews where he was not making enough money doing music, and that goes for a lot of rappers. You think that they're getting money from music, but they're not, because they're in 360 deals, they're signed to different publishing and record labels. So at the end of the day, a lot of these rappers don't get paid a lot, so the only avenue they have is to sell substances and to be in the streets and be in gangs, and that's how they get their money. So you think these rappers have money from their music, but it's actually because they're in gangs, guys, and they're selling some substances on the side. So at the beginning of his career, Lil Baby was making more money selling substances than he was doing rapping. Young Thug and Gunna said, we will literally pay you whatever you are earning from selling drugs to do music, just so you don't sell drugs and just so you don't end up in the gutter, which I think is a great deal. And obviously Lil Baby took it. Why I'm saying this is dumb is because the person who was helping you to write raps, the person who helped you to rap, taught you how to rap.
You taught Lil Baby how to rap, correct? Is that right?
Somewhat. I didn't just teach him how to rap, but I just encouraged him more. You can't really teach nobody how to rap. He got to already know, gotta have a rhythm. But I just help enhance, oh yeah, you can say this better, but not just
so you
I feel like he already knew how to.
Coached him,
basically.
Lil Baby said this himself in an interview. He said how he used to pay Gunna to show him how to rap certain lines, or pay Gunna to rap something for him, and he would just basically recite what he was rapped by Gunna.
I paid Gunna to write my songs. I never put the songs out, but when I first started to rap, I used to pay him $100, I'm gonna give you $100, write something for me so I can try to learn how to go in there and record it. I ain't never recorded the songs and put them out, but that's how I used to practice, try to get it right, cause I just start rapping out of nowhere, just I rap.
And that's why as soon as Lil Baby called Gunna a rat and they stopped being friends, Lil Baby's music went downhill. Okay, he was being clowned for the albums he was releasing. I can't remember the last time Lil Baby had a solo hit song. No tea, no shade. I can't actually remember he had a freestyle type of song. And I get it, freestyle is his biggest song, but I don't think he's had a song on that level. And if before people say the Central C song, I mean his own song. No features, because that's Central C song. That's not Lil Baby's song. When was the last time Lil Baby had a hit that you could hear in the summer, all summer long? How did he go from performing a Wireless Festival in front of probably 50,000 people or however many people in Wireless, right, to now not even releasing music, to now releasing albums and people are clowning them on X, people are making fun of them? If you're going against your ghostwriter, that doesn't make any sense, because they literally are the ones that help to put you on. They're the ones that control how good the quality of your music is. It's kind of like Lil Baby's having a Biggie Smalls and Lil Kim moment, where when Biggie Smalls stopped writing for Lil Kim, her music went downhill. It's a shame. They did some great music obviously together. I feel like a lot of people don't care that Gunna snitched. Okay, and even at that, I wouldn't really say it was snitching, in my opinion. It's not like he aired out the whole of YSL's flipping activities and what they were doing. Everyone and their mother, knows what YSL was, what it is. Okay, let's not act dumb and act stupid, but it wasn't like Gunna aired everything out and gave every detail and the flipping addresses of flipping Young Thug and whatever. But it's so crazy how as soon as everyone started calling Gunna a rat, he put his head down, he started doing music. F You Mean was one of the biggest songs of the year. I still play that song. I mean, not only physically glowed up, but he just seems like he has his head down, he's doing what he's doing, he's focusing on music, he's surrounding himself with other better people. YSL and Young Thug were literally holding him down, and a lot of people don't care that Gunna snitched. I'm telling you right now, there's only a small minority of people who are still yeah, Gunna's a rat, oh yeah, he's a rat, he deserves to die, there's only like probably like a small percentage of people, but the rest of people, when you go on X, literally no one cares. I promise you, no one cares. I'm still listening to Gunna. Tens of millions of people are still listening to this man, and the only person that actually cares and is butthurt is Lil Baby and Young Thug. And I think it's a little bit more different for Young Thug, because the reason why he is proper butthurt is because he is the one that kind of put Gunna on and helped him out and to kind of be like where he is. So now he kind of feels a certain type of way, and that's why he put that tweet and he was like, Gunna, you're not my friend, you're not that, what did he say? He said, Gunna, stop talking about me like you're not my friend or whatever. Gunna for a while still thought that Young Thug and him were cool. You know, when Gunna was performing live, he would say like free Slime or free Young Thug, or he would play like the music they had together. So clearly Gunna thought they were cool, but you know, Young Thug is like, nah, we're not messing with each other, we're not feeling the same way, which I think is weird. Okay, and I will touch on Gunna's new album. I do think, okay, this is what I'll say, I do think that it sounds very similar to his other album. Like the songs, there's not really much variety. Like it's the production of the songs and the beats, but there are some good gems on there. Like the song Just Say That, like Lil Baby, Young Thug, if you want a feature, just say that. Like So I just find this so funny how everyone was rooting for Gunna's downfall, and everyone was so hyped for Young Thug when he came out of jail, and Young Thug came out and just did nothing. He did nothing. Okay, whether you like Gunna or not, you cannot deny his greatness. You cannot deny his talent, the hits that he has had. He had literally millions and millions of streams. I'm pretty sure F.U. Mean went platinum, and that album, like, come on guys, let's like, I see people on Twitter line being like, oh, Gunna ain't that good, or da-da-da-da. Like, come on, let's be for real here. Let's just stop it. I know a lot of people are Young Thug stans and Young Thug people, but you know, Young Thug came out of jail and he did really nothing. Like, what has he released out of jail? All he does is tweet about Kid Cudi being a rat, which I thought was crazy work. Okay, because it's like, why are we like you're gonna call Kid Cudi a rat, the guy that sang Day and Night? Like, this guy's got to be joking. Kid Cudi was called by the government to testify, okay, and it's not like he has a choice. Like, he has to. It's an offense. Like, that's why I be saying Young Thug is low-key slow, bro. Like, a lot, not just Young Thug, but a lot of these rappers are actually slow. Brought to testify against Diddy, obviously, with his car being blown up. Like, he didn't have a choice but to testify. And then here comes Young Thug calling Kid Cudi a rat, when everyone in this flipping world knows that Kid Cudi has never been affiliated with a gang. And that's why the no snitching thing makes no sense to me, because people be saying that people who aren't even involved in gangs are snitches. Like, the whole no snitch thing only applies to people who are rapping, trapping in gangs, and that's what they preach, they live, they talk about. So that only applies to like the King Vons, the Little Durks, and the Young Thugs, those type of people. Kid Cudi, everyone flipping knows that this guy is not flipping rapping and trapping. Like, the guy that did Day and Night is not flipping rapping and trapping and being and stuff like YSL. So that's why I look sideways at Young Thug. I'm like, are you Meek Mill or something? Like, what have you been doing with Diddy? Okay, because I mean, damn, like, we need to check your phone, we need to check your laptop, we need to check everything. Mariah the Scientist, you need to check it. And I've already spoken about Mariah the Scientist before, and a lot of people didn't like that, but a lot of the hate comments I was getting from a lot of people, like, just say, if you are a Mariah the Scientist, just say it, babe. I mean, if you're in a relationship with someone who's not even on your level, your league, then just say that, babe, because a lot of the comments I was getting sounded just like you were Mariah the Scientist, and you didn't want to admit it. We won't go there, okay, for the sake of time in this video. Okay, I really do love it. I really do love to see it. Everyone was against Gunna, everyone was saying he's a rat, and now he's overtaking, doing better than the person that put him on. Really hurts Young Thug. I saw a tweet the other day where someone was like, Young Thug is like the guy from Fairly Odd Parents. You know, the guy who was like, Fairly Odd Parents, Fairly Odd, I forgot his name. It's like Mr. something. The guy's like, Fairly Odd Parents, and he would just crash out with the Fairly Odd Parents. Oh, you only understand what I'm talking about if you've watched Fairly Odd Parents. And I put a picture of him, but they're like, he's the guy from Fairly Odd Parents that says that, and he would just wake up in the middle of the night being like, rat. Okay, I didn't explain it very well, but if you've watched Fairly Odd Parents, then you know what I'm talking about. He needs to be careful what he's saying online, because the way that he's tweeting and stuff like that, if he put as much effort into tweeting, into making music, I think he would have had a hit on his hands by now. He would have had his own F.U. Mean. He would have had that type of hit, because let's just look at it, guys. Ever since Young Thug came out of jail, what music has he released? I remember he released a song with Future, but that didn't do anything. So I'm just saying, like, a lot of Young Thug stands saying that Gunna is a rat, whatever. Like, this guy isn't even allowed to leave, like, his home. Like, was it Atlanta or something? He has 15 years of probation. He has to do presentations every week of, like, why gangs are bad. And then now you want to come for Gunna, who's free? Like, let's not. I think Young Thug got the worst out of this. Yes, he may be free. Yes, he may have not snitched, but actually, he's got the worst end of the stick. I will be quiet if I was him, because the way that he's talking, he called someone involved in a case a liar, and that goes against, like, I don't know, something in the law. I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, but he called, like, this really important lady in, like, a case a liar, and he basically got, like, a slap on the wrist saying, like, don't say this and stuff like that. So it's like, Young Thug is free, right, after everyone crying and moaning for him, and now he's literally messing up his own, like, career, messing up his own flipping self, because he is so butthurt that Gunna is moving on and doing better than him. It's like, just shut up and just release music. How long has it been since Young Thug has been out? It's been, what, a good couple of months, maybe a year, I don't know. And, like, he just hasn't really striked when the iron is hot. He didn't strike when the iron is hot, when he was free and everyone was saying, yay, Young Thug is free. No, he didn't do any of that. And now it's starting to cost him now. Now people are looking at him in a weird way. They're looking at him sideways for the things he said about Kid Cudi. And that's why Young Thug is slow, because everyone put all this work in for him to get out of prison. You know, when he was in prison, he was looking crusty, dusty, whatever, not moisturized. I don't think he even was putting on Vaseline. He came out, right? And, you know, now he's wearing Mariah the Scientist clothes all over again. And then now he's like, he just can't keep his mouth shut, and he's going to end up back in prison, eating that fake meat, looking crusty and dusty again. Like, do we really want that, Young Thug? Like, just think rappers who go to prison over and over again because they can't keep their mouth shut or they can't stay out of gangs. Like, it's like they don't think about their family, or they don't think about their kids and what the effects have on their kids. It's kind of selfish. What Young Thug is doing, possibly he could end up in jail if he doesn't shut his mouth. That's really selfish for his kids, because you don't know the mental problems or the mental issues that can have for a child. Do you ever hear those people who grew up without a dad or grew up without a mum, and they talk about it, and they actually, like, really talk about the effects it had on them growing up? Like, it messes people up, not being able to have a father figure, not being able to have a mother figure, right? All these things, like, it really does mess people up. Young Thug possibly going back to jail because he can't keep his mouth shut. I think that is very selfish for his kids. Gunna, to be honest, his glow up needs to be studied, and Lil Baby and Young Thug need to, you know, let it go, heal, go to therapy, pray about it, read the Bible, like, heal, okay, because no one else cares. And Gunna is thriving, he is on top, whilst Lil Baby is drowning in the background. People are tired of his raps. Young Thug has not even released any good music this year, and when he has tried to release or tease something, it always flops, always goes off, okay? Even his own girlfriend's music is doing better than him. Like, I see flipping people talk more about Mariah the Scientist than Young Thug. Like, when they talk about Mariah the Scientist, it's more in terms of her music and maybe how she is stupid for, you know, dating Young Thug, like I made my video. But in terms of music, people are gravitating towards more Mariah the Scientist than Young Thug. Whereas before, in their relationship, when they started dating, it was the other way around. People used to be like, oh, that's Young Thug's girlfriend, not even addressing her by her first name. If this teaches you anything, please snitch on whoever you need to. Please, if you have any stories about snitches whilst growing up, whilst even now, please put them in the comments, because I'm hella nosy and I want to read these stories about you snitching on people or knowing other people who snitch on others, and I'm just really nosy. I want to know the juice, the tea, all of it. Okay, may I be a bit biased because Gunna is kind of looking quite good? Yes, I might be a bit biased, but putting that aside, putting Gunna's physical appearance aside, his music is actually quite good. It's just a shame his new album is a bit too similar to his last, and I think his last album was better than this album he just released, in my opinion. But there are still some gems on the album. I just think it sounds too similar and he needs a new producer. But at the same time, I think the reason why he didn't put as much effort into this album is because it was his last album under YSL. So maybe his next album might be like something spectacular. It's kind of giving me like Megan Thee Stallion, you know, when she was trying to leave 1501 with Carl and she was just releasing like really just meh music. I feel like Gunna is talented enough that his next album to actually be like something really, really, really good. And I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye.